Hello and welcome to Baggies View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined on the phone now by West Bromwich Albion correspondent Chris Lipkowski. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Well, we're going to come on to in a minute the upcoming fixtures for West Brom and where they're going to be looking to pick up some of those vital points in the Premier League. But first of all, you've spoken to Roy Hodgson in the last few days. What was his reflection of the transfer window?
Well, he regarded it as quite successful, oddly, given that he lost two defenders. A third one's gone on loan. But as he pointed out, the players who did leave weren't going to play much anyway. He's got alternatives he can call upon. Craig Dawson's obviously making good progress with the under-21s over the last fortnight. So he's putting himself into contention. And I think he's glad to see the back of the window more so because we've seen the likes of Odin Wingy linked with moves away. Jerome Thomas was subject of interest late on. So I think really, from one point of view, I think he's keen to, or glad to see the back of any potential vultures, if you like, who would have snared Albion players away. But equally, I think he's quite happy with the squad he's got. I think the one, I mean, they did try to bring a defender in on the last day, and I think maybe that's the one that got away. Whether or not it cost him, of course, remains to be seen.
I suppose that might be his one regret. You're kind of pointing out there, the one regret maybe one more body in defence would have been a big help. Yeah,
I mean, he spoke about Owen Hargreaves as well, and he gave the impression that he wasn't too concerned about that one. As he pointed out, Man City have got many more fixtures than Albion, so he will be used in certain games, whereby with Albion the problem would have been accommodating him. And as you rightly say, defensively, that is the one weakness Albion do have. And they did try to bring in, they tried to bring in one of two players on the final day of the window, Noah or Bird of Fulham, and those didn't materialise for one reason or another. But he seems fairly happy with what he's got.
Okay, now just looking forwards a bit towards the next few games for West Brom, and they're going to be desperate to put some points on the board, really, and there's a couple of games coming up where they'll be fairly confident that they can get some points on the board. Yeah,
I mean, their task on Sunday might not be made easy by Shane Long, who's still 50-50 for that game, but Peter Odin Winger will recover, and he has recovered, and he will be in contention. I mean, Albion need to pick up points quickly. Going to the two promoted teams back-to-back at their place probably isn't the easiest of two games they could have had. I mean, Norwich, certainly when they were last in the Premier League a few years ago, were very difficult to play against at Carrow Road. Swansea will be desperate to get points. They've struggled so far this season scoring goals, and they'll obviously look at Albion's defensive record from last season and fancy their chances there. But Albion have got to get something, and you almost think that 4 points from those two games would be a very good return. And then after that, they play Fulham at home, which will obviously be an occasion for Roy in itself. But I think if they can realistically take 7 or at least 6 or 7 points in these three games, I think they'll be very pleased with that, and I think it will be a good return for them.
Okay, Chris. Well, look, thanks for your thoughts today on the transfer window and on the upcoming fixtures. We'll be back again next week with more Baggies View.